Hannah Cruz. Welcome back to the Church Musician's Assistant. It has been a little while since I made a video, but we're getting back in the swing of things. Today I want to take this opportunity to talk about what we are all doing since the CDC guidelines have opened up the possibility of no distancing and no mask wearing in our church sanctuaries. So I just want to talk about what we're doing, what we plan to do in the future, and open that discussion up to you guys and see what everyone else is doing as well, because it's important to learn from each other and to be respectful of all the opinions and communities out there. So first, let's cover what we have been doing. Okay, for the past couple of months, we have not allowed the choir to sing at the in-person service. And I know many churches have already been singing as choir at in-person worship, and we've just erred on the side of caution. We're a little bit further behind in our progress, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. We're trying to be as safe as we can be. But the choir has not been allowed to sing, and we have not allowed wind instrument soloists either. I've been playing the organ and the piano, and string instruments and stuff like that are allowed. And the congregation has actually been singing the hymns a little bit. We actually have a blurb in our bulletin that says, let me see, for those who are attending in-person worship, the congregation is invited to sing softly and to meditate on the text of the hymns and other service music. We encourage participation at the level of your comfort. It's important that our voices remain at a low volume to lessen the risk during the pandemic. So that's how we have been doing it. And oh, by the way, everyone has been wearing masks, the congregation, myself, any soloists. Now, since the CDC has said if you are vaccinated, fully vaccinated, you don't have to adhere to social distancing, you don't need to wear masks, we are reassessing what we want to do for the summer. We're going to keep our guidelines about the same this month and maybe through June, just so that we can take time to really think about it and consider the right move for us. But I think we're going to start allowing the choir and more soloists and wind instruments ultimately to play as long as they are fully vaccinated. Now, how do you ensure that a person is vaccinated? Well, this is a church, and we want to assume that everyone is being truthful and considerate, and so I think our policy is going to be that we will ask, are you fully vaccinated, and inform people that they need to be fully vaccinated in order to participate in the music. And if they say that they are vaccinated, then I am going to trust them. For those that are not vaccinated, that's the big question. What do we take precautions to keep them safe, or do we just say, hey, we're going to do our thing because most of us are vaccinated? Our congregation is mostly vaccinated, so I think we are going to start just acting as if we're all vaccinated, and anyone who wants to come that's not vaccinated knows the risks, and they can take precautions. They can wear a mask, they can go sit in the balcony. That's kind of their prerogative. If our church decides in the coming month to loosen their policies and basically say that the choir singers, who are all vaccinated, by the way, can stand as close as they want to each other and not wear masks, and they can sing or they can project without microphones, then I'm going to adhere to that. And I think we will begin singing anthems and special music pieces from up here like they used to, from the balcony and even down below at the communion table. Now for me, because of my particular situation at this church, I have to consider not only the performance setup for in-person worship, but also rehearsals and where we're going to rehearse and how we're going to rehearse. And then also our online worship presence. We have really ramped up the level, the quality of our online services this year. We've put a lot of energy and love into pre-recording. We have really professional audio and video thanks to an audio video specialist who is the son of one of our members, so that's fantastic. But we want to keep that up in some form and fashion. We probably can't do it quite as rigorously as we have been because now we have in-person service to think about more seriously. But now I have to think about not only rehearsing and performing with the choir, but recording them on occasion and how that's going to all work. The way we record choir will probably have to change. We've had such a small group in the past that we've set up individual microphones for each person, which has been amazing because then we can mix them and balance them exactly the way we want it in post, in the editing process. And that just allows us to put out a really stunning audio recording on the internet. But the more people that come to sing in the choir, the more I think we're going to have to switch to room mics that pick up the choir sound as a whole rather than individual voices. And we'll just have to see. Okay, I think I've babbled on long enough about all of this. So now I'm curious to hear what you guys are doing. What have you been doing? And now that the CDC guidelines have changed, what are you planning for this summer and beyond? Please drop a comment. I'm super curious to know, and I think we all want to learn from each other. So I thank you for sticking with me during this video today. Make sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the Church Musicians Assistant if you have not already. Blessings until next time.